Good morning, everybody. Friday, May 22nd. Let's get right into today's workout. We have a 4-station, 5 to 7 round segment to open up, followed by a 2-station, 10-minute finish where we just go back and forth between planks and high knees. Let's talk about the first segment, 5 rounds minimum, as many as 7. Maybe some of you can really push and get past even 7 rounds, maybe go to 10. We're going to go 10 reverse lunges on each side. You can do that with or without weights. Then we go to a max, which is going to be dive up crunch. We're going to go over all of these. Then we're going to go to 10 front to side raises for your shoulders. You're going to need 1 or 2 lighter weights to go through that one for the small muscles of the different head sections, heads of the shoulder. And then we're going to go back to a max, which is max mountain climbers. If you have ankle weights, that would be this workout would be really good to have them on for the entire workout. After we're done with 5 to 7 rounds, so we'll go exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, with minimal rest in between. At the end of the round, rest 30 seconds to a minute. If you start to really struggle, rest even longer. Then go back and do it again for a total of maybe 5 to 7 rounds. After you're finished with that entire segment, maybe after round 5, 6, or 7, take a 2 or 3 minute break, and then what you need to do is simply run a stopwatch. You're going to need a clock for this bottom portion. You're going to do 5 rounds, minimum, 5 rounds, 1 minute high knees. Get your heart rate high. Then drop down and hold a plank, whether it be on elbows and toes or in push-up position, each of them for a minute. So you're just going to run eventually a 10-minute stopwatch, but for minute number 1, the whole minute, you are doing your high knees. When that minute when it expires, as soon as you get into minute 2, try to hold a plank for the entire time. Now you're going to get tired, you're going to stop, you're going to catch your breath, your plank is going to struggle, maybe that's fine, but there's no scheduled rest here. It's a 10-minute running clock, 1 minute of high knees, 1 minute of planks, and then back to the high knees and planks for a total of 5 rounds. Boom, 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 all the way straight through for 10 minutes. Let's go over the whole thing together, review nutrition at the end. Okay, team, so I'm going to start out with my 5 to 7 round segment, station 1, reverse lunges. Now, when you do lunges, whatever direction they might be in, whether it's forward, side, or reverse like we're going to do today, you want to breathe out on the way down. You want to really be strong with your exhale at the bottom, right there, to kind of help you switch directions and come on up. So we're going to start to kind of inhale as we step back, and then exhale the entire time that we're going down with that real extra puff of exhale, that major release at the bottom. So it's just kind of breathe out at the bottom, stay tight here, try to have good posture. Keep your nose over your front set of toes. Don't tilt forward too much. Keep your nose over your toes. So we're going to do 10 on each side. You could do 10 in a row, or you can alternate. If you want to hold some weight, you can hold it anywhere you want. You can hold it on the sides like 2 suitcases or 1 in the front. So I'm going to go 1, 1 on my way to 10, 10. And that's how I'm going to go through it. You might want to start with a nice hip flexor stretch because you'll feel it in your hip flexor. There's going to be a lot of pressure on that area to kind of maintain as you switch directions. That back leg, you're going to feel pressure on your hip flexor, so you might want to stretch that first. So station 1, 10 reverse lunges on each side. Then we go, you can do more, these are always minimum numbers, 10 on each side, alternate or 10 in a row, reverse lunge. Station 2, we're going to go max dive up crunch. So what we want to do is get into a typical crunch position. You can keep your feet on the ground unless it bothers your lower back. If you feel like you're arched too much, you can get your feet up in the air, hands together, like you're diving off of a deck into a swimming pool, but we're going to go straight up. So we're going to dive straight up. Just squeeze and push. And you can change the tempo. You can go fast, and then you can go up, hold, down, slow. So we're going to go max dive up crunch. Do as many as you can or as many as you want to. Station 3 are the front to side raise. Now, I'm not going to hold any weights to show you how to do this. You would need 2 lightweight objects, maybe 10 pounds at the most. Even really strong people will use light weights for these because it's small muscles of the different sections of the shoulders that are going to be targeted. We just want to have really good posture as we go through and alternate front, down to side raise. Just make sure you complete the movement. So if you're counting, you would go front, side, that was 1, front, side, that was 2, front to side raise. If you have heavier weights or just one weight, you can do the front raise only, good posture, make your way through 10. Front raise only, because obviously you can't really go to the side when you only have one weight. You could maybe try to keep your posture and just pull a little bit to the side, which really is not the exact same exercise, but you can go back and forth through this kind of a sweeping motion and have some kind of a semblance of a side raise. And then we go to station 4, which is another max station. We've got the max dive up crunch. This will be max mountain climbers. I'd love to see you have ankle weights for this, so you would have your ankle weights on the whole time. Try to get down and jump through these mountain climbers as quickly as we can. One of the common mistakes you see with mountain climbers is people start to peak their hips and their shirts will kind of start to roll up. If that happens, you're not flat enough, you got to get your back down. Usually the common mistake is, for some reason, people look through their legs and it makes their back arch. Keep your chin up and look more straight ahead. So what we want to do, get your nose up a little bit here and come on through. Okay, that'll help keep your hips down. So we're going to go through that segment 5 to 7 times. After you're finished, take a short break. Say when you're done with maybe 5 to 7 rounds, take a short break and then run your stopwatch, because we're going to go through 1 minute of high knees and then 1 minute of planks. High knees, we want to be as explosive as we can. Drive your knees to the sky. Keep your nose again over your toes. Land on your toes. Your heels never touch the ground. Your heels never touch the ground. Before you do this, because I just pulled a little something, maybe work on a calf stretch. Push your heel down into the ground, tilt forward. Push your back heel down, tilt forward. Good for your ankles, calves, and your Achilles tendon especially. So we've got high knees or jog in place if you start to struggle with that intensity. 1 minute's really tough. Then we're going to do a plank. We can do an upper plank or we can do a standard plank. Now, if you do a standard plank, nose over thumbs. If you want to make it harder, try to walk away from your arms and get your fists forward, and it makes it tougher. So, first upper plank. Tight core, squeeze real tight, don't peak, don't valley. If you do a plank on elbows and toes, we're going to have nose over thumbs. If you want to make it harder, start walking back a little bit and get away from your thumbs. You can also, as you know, you can also lift one arm or one leg, and I'm losing shoes. I don't tie my Vans. I just haven't done that in a long time. I don't know why. Okay, let's go over the whole workout together at the board. When you do those planks, it is a good idea to try to make yourself unstable at times. So get one arm off the ground. Get one leg off the ground, or both. Try to get both off the ground at the same time. Okay? Opposite arm and opposite leg up at the same time. Kind of two-legged table. So 5 to 7 rounds, they're right there. And then 5 rounds of 1 minute, 1 minute, which will take 10 minutes. There's no clock here, it's just you at your own pace. But we want to minimize the rest in between exercises. After the 4th one, I would definitely rest at least a minute, if not 2. And we've got our 4-step nutrition. Don't forget, step 1, 0 calories from liquids. Water, coffee, black have to be your best friends. 2, the first 2 meals of the day, get off to great momentum. Make them healthy, make them whole foods based, make them minimal processed foods, minimal, and you'll have good momentum. So that's breakfast and snack, and your breakfast and then your first snack about 2-3 hours later. Number 3, have green vegetables every day at some point. Absolutely critical. Number 4 is to understand that there's about 4 to 6 meals per day that a person should have to eat. So we've got breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. So, and what's really critical is to understand that we want to spread them out every 3 hours. Okay? So it's eat throughout the day properly, portion size, good choices, whole foods, things like that, minimal processed, and you want to spread them out about 3 hours, no more. When you go more than a 3-hour gap in eating, your body now begins to tank, whether you realize it or not. So you begin to desire bad carbohydrates, bad sugars, bad dairy products to get out of that valley that you're in. But then you kind of go on this roller coaster of incredible energy from bad foods, and then you crash. That's the problem. Try to keep it whole foods based throughout the day, spread out every 2.5 to 3 hours. See you tomorrow. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. And Sunday we will have a link for you, live yoga with Coach Joy. Oh, don't forget to send pics and videos. Also, in the description of these YouTube videos, you've got a contact phone number. You can call or text, reach out to me, or you can email if you have any questions, or you want me to design a workout for you or any member of your family. Thanks.